Hi. Today is a special day for me because we've been working on one of our projects. I lived to Darwin, and I saw the first rough cut of the first part of it, and it made me quite emotional because it's the realization of yet another dream. I'm a very, very lucky person. Lucky because I'm able to sometimes make my dreams come true. And this is about me giving you hints and tips about how you might do the same for yourself and for those that are dear to you. Um, and that comes from the selection of material. So today's hints and tips are selecting your stuff. Now, this doesn't matter if it's film or TV, well, I'm speaking funny, television, or books or plays or anything creative. It depends on making the right choices and spending your time on those choices. I once had a student say to me that they wanted to make a film about a paedophile, and I said that's very interesting. And they said the budget they were thinking of was, I think, a few £1,000,000. And I said, well, I think you probably should rethink that. And they said, why? I said, because subject matter, unless it's a brilliant film, is going to restrict the viewing numbers, and the viewing numbers reflect what you should spend on it. And so I'm a pragmatist as well as a dreamer, and I'm suggesting that you should be a little bit pragmatic too about those things and those choices. When material comes to me, sometimes I originate material. Obviously, I look through it, I think about it, I germinate an idea. It works for me, I don't know about you guys, for a very long time. Even to the point where it's an unconscious germination. And what I then do is it's almost written itself before I sit down to write it, because I've thought about it for a long time. And for me, writing is the purest form of creativity because that's what I'm supposedly good at. And then the writing is actually kind of the easy bit, because the thinking process has been the complex bit of trying to figure it out. And then there are the editing bits, which I don't really like very much. But you have to do them, and you have people that can help you with that, because when you've done something for a very long time, you become kind of blind to it, word blind. And I think the same could happen on a film. Well, it can, because I've done it, where you begin to think it's okay, you should bring in fresh eyes to look at it. And those fresh eyes could tell you if you're going on the right path. Doesn't mean you have to listen to every word everybody says, because a lot of them will be contradictory. What it does is gives you like a kind of mental spell checker. It gives you another pair of people to look at it. I do something that I suggest other people do, which I learned in America when I was living there, when they made me have test screenings of films, and I had never encountered that in England, which was a real simple idea. When you've done something and you got it to a point where you think, okay, I should see what other people think. And it's very difficult to do this, by the way, because it's precious to you, is to take your book or play or film or whatever and find 5, 10 people in different places that are friendly but maybe not your friends, who can be people you could consider objective, and send them the thing with a caveat that it's not to be disclosed to any third party, etc. They got maybe sign something, but then poll their opinions, not because you want to listen to every word they say, I repeat, but because it gives you a fresh pair of eyes. And somebody might say something very obvious, because the most important thing I found in maybe looking at other people's scripts or other people's work, it's not criticizing just the thing that's there, but thinking of the things that aren't there. That's what makes a good script editor a very important person, or a good editor in books, etc., etc., etc. So good editors, people that can think like that, are very valuable to you. And that's my hints and tips for today, number 5. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.